Yo,
What up, y'all, man? Welcome to Raw Table Talk, man. Y'all know what's going on tonight. We in Atlanta with it, man. We are with the comedy sensation himself.
Nah, I ain't gonna take it all that.
hey, my nigga, man.
He like to discredit himself. I don't know why.
I'ma give it to him. I like the fact how humble he is, though, man. But hey, man, one thing about it, man, you gotta give somebody their flowers while they're around. And one thing I hate, man, when something happen, you know what I mean? When somebody pop, but that was my dog, man.
Nah, it's him for sure right now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. But this your host Hot. I got my co-host Dirt over there. Y'all know how we do it. So, man, we're gonna start off with bro. Let us get a biography about you.
It's kind of weird telling you my biography when you already damn know. I grew up in DeSoto, Georgia. I got, let me see, how many siblings? I don't leave nobody out. It's 5 of us, so I just put it like that.
Okay.
I got one sister. And we grew up, pretty much tight knit. I never wanted to be a comedian growing up. So,
Bro, I hate when you say that.
That's the
bro,
truth.
You are so funny.
I never wanted to do it. Now, I studied comedy my whole life. I've always been in love with it, but I never wanted to do it because I'm low-key shy. I don't like being around a whole bunch of people. I don't like a whole lot of attention.
I can see that. I can see that. Like
Yeah.
when he come to the building, man, he in the back until it's time to do his thing, and then he gonna talk to us. Now when we leave.
But nah, that first comedy show when shit went left,
yeah,
then
man.
you gonna record it. I love his shit.
Yeah,
So
man.
you like the ratchet shit.
It was funny. And then, you had a couple women out there that were happy to see me. So the night was going good. Until.
Yeah, man, we gonna leave that way that.
Yeah,
we gonna leave that way.
So I know you said you from DeSoto, so I remember you got some hoodies made, man, and t-shirts and stuff. And I remember the nigga kind of like messed up your order.
Yeah.
What was the situation with that though?
It was with the other one with the ridiculous t-shirt. They misspelled some letters.
Yeah, it's misspelled ridiculous.
That is kind of a big word though for some people.
And when I told the dude about the shit, he wanted to act like, oh well, I hate when people complain about small orders and shit like that. So I was like, I tell you what, I just won't do no more business with you. So that's one of the reasons I stopped too. I ain't like dealing with him. I need to find me somebody else.
Gotcha.
And that shit was a headache.
Well, shit, I want to throw that out there. I want to make shirts too.
Oh real?
Oh yeah,
You do every goddamn thing though. I
Hey,
think I seen a video of you in church.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
We teach Sunday school,
They
man.
do everything, man.
Hey man, I mix it up, man. You gotta do everything, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, man. Got to, man. Hey man, it's before we get really into it, man, like one thing I said it before we started, man, but one thing I always admire about you though, homie, you just a real humble nigga, you feel what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
And
That's all I know.
it's rare, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times when people, get a little fight, when you get a little fight, people temperature change.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Well, how can I say this without pissing my mama off? I know she's probably looking at it when I shared it. I ain't never really just been too big on myself anyway. I ain't never just really had the big head, so it's nothing to just whatever come, you just keep going on with it, just like anything else. Hell, sometimes I sit back and be like, oh shit, I did that.
You did that shit.
Yeah, but
You did that shit. Like, bro, you getting like millions of views and shit right now. Like,
yeah,
you
but
going
I want the millions of dollars. I want the money behind it. These damn views, I'm used to these views. Let me get used to this money.
Man,
money?
What's the deal with the Ricky Smiley situation? I actually caught a snippet on, I forgot where I was at, but actually they had his radio station playing and he shouted you out big time.
Yeah, that's my dog, though, man. Rick,
Okay.
my dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any upcoming projects with y'all?
I hope, and I just don't know about him yet. But no, bro, he be looking out for me big time. Anytime he see an opportunity that he feel like I fit in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hit my phone. He don't even call and ask me if I'm interested. I think you'll be good for it. He go ahead and pitch the shit to the people, and then he called me and like, man, I must be your damn manager.
Damn.
I'm getting you. I'm doing this. I'm like, man, I appreciate that shit. But now he's a real one for real.
Well, I saw him. I viewed him up there in Charlotte. So with the company that I manage, man, we do Greek paraphernalia. So we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he an Omega.
Yeah.
So they had a conclave in Charlotte, and I viewed him up there, man. He was a real, like with all his bros, man. They were down to earth. He was hanging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he big hanging.
They mistake Ricky attitude sometimes, because Ricky one of them niggas who he got boundaries. He set boundaries and he stick by 'em. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to just handle him any kind of way you want to because you feel like, oh, I support you, I listen to your radio station, or I buy your ticket. He don't give a shit. There's millions of other people that do that. You gonna respect me the way I want to be respected, and I think that's why we get along so good, because we both got a lot of similarities. We both country ass niggas that love comedy. We mean what we say what we mean.
Yeah.
You know, raised by older people. So I think that's why we get along so good. But yeah, and I understand them a lot more than a lot of other people do.
Somebody, they in the comments hollering, "Hey, Justin." So
yeah, they going crazy. Mine ain't even loading over here.
Yeah, they hollering, "Hey, Justin."
Go ahead and get you another.
I mean, brother, this the X. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm talking about another carrier.
Oh,
I'm talking about your phone. He's sensitive, man.
Nah.
I mean, you know this already.
I heard it, boy.
Yeah. Oh, no, let's not talk about that.
Dark skin versus light skin, y'all ready?
No. At all.
But no, I want to speak on the situation because I had to went through like a little time in life when I caught that other case, and you hit me up, and then you gave me the whole motivation like with your situation. You want to tell the folks about that?
I mean, for some reason I've been telling that story a lot lately.
Yeah, my dog was on his meat shit, man.
No, I wouldn't know what that is.
BMF.
No. When you look at those charges, it might look like it, but shit, I got caught with I didn't get caught with it.
Allegedly.
No, I beat those charges. I ain't no such thing. You can't take me back. Yeah, double jeopardy. You can't take me back. I can admit I can sit right here and tell you I was guilty of every last one of those charges, and they can't do shit to me about it.
Straight up, you beat it.
Damn.
I beat it. Wasn't no plea deal. Wasn't no none of that. It was I beat it.
Damn. Can't beat that.
That's why I decided, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start doing comedy. I feel like if I can slip out of this shit here, it's something else for me. For real. Let me go and try something. It was almost equivalent is to somebody trying to commit suicide and
it don't work.
Yeah, like they take a gun
Yeah,
just blow their goddamn brains out.
Bro, you know what?
And then it don't work.
You know what though, Jay? It's crazy you say that. Like, we just had a situation today. We pulled up to this little parking area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Fooling, he's so doggone. His patience is zero.
Oh.
So we pull up and he like, all right, I'm finna pay for the park. I'm like, you need some dollars? Like, yeah. But then I look over there and he put a $10 bill in the thing, and he just keep put his like people standing behind him, and I done walked off. I went to the street, called my old lady, but hey, wifey, man, we done made it, blah blah blah. But he at the street. He's still at the thing, just trying to put $10 in. I'm saying, man, what's up? I'm saying, well, it don't work. He's like, nah, man, I'm just gonna move across the street. Bro, we go across the street, the thing work, and it's only like $2.
You finna put too much in there.
The one across the one over there cost the $10.
Oh, okay.
But the just want to take the 10.
The moral of the story is that's not what was meant for you.
Oh, right.
And sometimes we push to try to, like the suicide. That wasn't meant for you. You can pull the trigger all you want to, and it just don't work. If that ain't what God got for you, it just ain't gonna work. And it's funny you say that, because sometimes we be forcing an issue that ain't for us.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just felt like that was like accomplishing the impossible. Because,
exactly.
Not too many people come out of those situations, that particular situation anyway, the way I did. And it was, like I say, the way I did. I didn't take no plea bargain. It wasn't no telling on the hell. There wasn't nobody to tell on. I was by myself. Not that I would tell on
Exactly.
somebody if they were asking me, but you know, I was just in a situation where I didn't have no option but to either accept this bullshit plea deal that they trying to give me, or go all the way and see what's going to happen. And you know what? Still to this day, I don't know what made me say I'm gonna go all the way and see what's gonna happen, because I'm scary as hell, man. I don't know what made me say I'm gonna do that shit, but I did. Even when people tell me, I don't know, bro, you might want to take that plea deal.
What the plea was?
5 years served too. And
Oh,
then,
shit.
yeah, cause man, I was like, man, you crazy as hell. And then when I denied, you know, when I turned down the plea bargain, they were like, okay, well, tell them we'll take the cocaine off and still giving 5 served too. I'm like, oh shit, y'all fishing for shit now. How you gonna drop a charge? One of the main ones, but still keep the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, no. So they end up having to do recess until the next day. Trial was supposed to be for 1 day, but they was in that line so bad trying to get me, and the judge was even like, man, I'm not buying this shit. So it was like 3 o'clock
Yeah.
on the first day. So he said, before I bring the jury back in, I want to know, I want y'all to know I've been sitting here all day, and I'm looking at the evidence on the table, and I keep hearing cocaine, but I don't see any. Where is it? It's none on the table. So the dude was like, oh, it's in the crime lab in Atlanta, Georgia. So the judge said, I tell you what, if y'all ain't got it here in the morning, I'm gonna rule this a mistrial. All of a sudden they come back in the courtroom in the morning
With the cocaine.
with their cocaine, because it wasn't mine. I pulled mine out when I took off from their ass. They drove over that coming behind me, so I know it wasn't mine.
Straight up.
I told her, my stupid ass, I look over to my lawyer and said, hey, I had crack. I don't know what that is they got. He said, you didn't have nothing. I said, well, I'm just telling you. You can have to go and fight that shit.
Straight up. You let him know.
Hell yeah.
For your information.
And the motherfucker looked at me like, you didn't have nothing. I said,
Straight up.
well, I'm telling you
That
what
ain't
the
it.
real deal was.
If
So
I
you
did
would know
have
that's some
something, that
bullshit.
wasn't it.
Yeah.
I got
It
you.
wasn't that shit there. They came there with like a little half a ball. I was like, oh man, they trying every goddamn thing.
Well, you know, nephew ain't got a comment, man. There's people on here, man. One dude want to ask you this, man. He say, what made you change your mindset after the trouble situation you was in? Also, what made you choose to start doing the yelling at the TV videos?
What made me change my mindset is I am afraid of jail.
Straight up.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't no thug. I ain't no gangster. I ain't
I
no
ain't
killer.
gonna lie, no, time out, no, brother. We ain't just gonna fly past like that live video you did, and the big boy ran up on you.
Oh, I will protect myself. That different.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
up.
I protect myself quick, but I ain't the nigga that you gonna hear. Like, don't call me if some gangster shit going on.
Yeah, like I'm going with you.
Now if you pull up to your house one day and you see somebody kick the door in or whatever, you can call me then. But you,
So I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. These niggas done tried me. I'm finna go pull up on them. I'm finna handle that.
I'm gonna take your ass home. You got 2 kids to worry about.
Straight up.
Let them niggas catch you later on, and you just, if you got your thing on you, then they try you, definitely you handle your business. But don't go looking for it, cause the judge don't want to hear that shit.
Nah, that's what's up. That's real. Nah, a lot of people need to hear that.
I am afraid of jail. I have been carrying a gun way before I was 21 years old. I never got in trouble, cause I know how to use it. I know when to use it.
Don't nobody know you got it.
Right. I don't want to go to jail. That's just point blank period. So to answer your question, sir, whoever you are,
Live. Let me tell you full name.
Yeah, I don't.
Live Life Johnson on Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to jail.
That's the homie from the crib.
I didn't want to go to jail. And to be honest, and another thing, I was tired of. I don't want to say the street life because I wasn't really in the streets. I just was dipping and dabbling, getting my money out of that. Yeah. But I was tired of that. I grew tired of it. I remember sitting down talking to a certain person that I was dealing with, and I told him, I was like, man, I ain't having fun with this shit no more. And he was like, what the hell you mean you ain't having fun? What's not fun about making money? And I'm like, it's not enough for me, for the risk. And he was like, man, you don't need to talk like that. You talk like that, shit start happening. And I think I got a lot of weed later.
Man, profound, bro. Like the stuff you saying, cause we be having these conversations. Actually, we just had this conversation. I had a conversation while we was at Papados with one of my homeboys, man. And it's almost an epiphanic moment, man, when you can realize that, hey, bro, I get it. You know what I mean? It's popular, but this ain't for me.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. And I had just recently started telling people I wanted to do comedy right around that time,
Mm-hmm.
But I never put forth the effort to go get on stage or nothing like that because I was too busy trying to get the money that I was making in the streets or whatever. So it was just like I knew I was supposed to do that because the moment that I even spoke it and said that, all right, that's what I want to do, I couldn't get it off my mind. The shit used to just bother me. Like, it was all I thought about. Like, all right, when you gonna start? It used to eat me up every day. Like, when you gonna start? When you gonna make that start? When you gonna make the initiative to do something? I never would do it. I just ignore that shit. I would, to be honest, it had started bothering me so much that I would just try to smoke that shit away because I was nervous. I didn't want to go and do it. But it was on me.
Yeah.
Like, it was on me for real.
Yeah.
And I think it was just one of those things, like, after all of it was over with, after I got arrested and beat the charges and all that shit, it was like, okay, that was God will get my attention.
Straight up.
Like, okay, you don't want to do what I gave you the gift to do.
Oh,
you want to sell dope? I got something for your ass, nigga. I'll show you how to dope like go.
Right.
Because it was a cool, bro. It was a nice Sunday morning. Wasn't nothing going on. I can remember how that shit happened just like yesterday. I got up, and this back when DirecTV had first got TiVo. That shit was popular as hell, and I had upgraded my little satellite shit to that. So I got up and seen Bad Boy 2 was on. I said, oh shit. And I was standing in the house with my grandma, so I couldn't smoke in the house. So I went outside, I went outside and smoked me a blunt. I'm gonna come back in and watch this shit. So while I'm outside smoking a blunt, I get a call, a nigga about a mile away. He wanted to spend $50. I knew I wasn't finna move for that shit. Probably another 5 minutes later, somebody close to him, they called, they wanted to spend another $50. And I'm like, well, maybe about an hour or two, I'll, ride and get it. It's $100 right around the block. Fuck it. So, meanwhile, I'm waiting on, me to finish smoking my blunt or whatever. Another person called. Now, when that person called, he don't normally call me. Like, he do, but the only time he called me is when a certain person that I really fuck with is not answering the phone. So, when he called me and he told me what he wanted, I called the person that, he normally was supposed to call. And he was like, nah, man, we ain't in time right now. You can go get that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, okay, now it's $350. Cause Buddy want to spend $250, then you got $100. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I used to have this little Gateway laptop I had got from my mom. I used to cut my dope up on, so I go back, I'll put my blunt out, I'm gonna take that with me. I go in my room, cut the dope up. Now while I'm cutting the dope, this other nigga that I fuck with, that's in the town over, he called me. He want to spend $500. So I'm like, this is a dope little Sunday, so I might as well just go and get this money.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I might as well go and get this little money and then come on back home and chill. So I cut up all the little dope or whatever. I go serve the two niggas, get that $100. Now I'm fixing to hit the back road and go to the next town and get Buddy the $500 and then go around and hit Buddy and get him the $250 and come on back home. I headed the Buddy with the $500. Goddamn. While I'm riding, I don't see the police. He ducked off somewhere. I wasn't speeding or nothing like that. I just didn't know that somebody had told on me, and he knew what car to look out for. Yeah. So he let me got on down the road. Like, I was way on down the road. And then out of nowhere, somebody said, look in your rearview mirror. And I'm seeing the lights. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking, okay, well, I know I ain't did shit. So maybe he in an emergency or whatever. He headed somewhere. And I'm thinking it's the county police or some shit like this. So I just pull over out the goddamn way. So when I pull over, he pull over. And I'm like, oh shit, you on me. What the fuck did I do? So he come up to the car, he talking. First thing he say, where the guns or where the dope at? And I'm like, man, I ain't got no goddamn dope. I ain't got no gun. I said, no, I said, I ain't got no dope. I got a couple guns, but I ain't got no dope. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you coming up here, you on that, you know something. So he was like, what where the guns at? He said, I see one right there between the seat, cause I had the Glock between the seat, and I had my little bodyguard. I think I had it on me or something like that, but I took it and threw it in the back seat when I noticed that he really was fucking with me. So anyway, he was like, I see that Glock right there. For my safety, put your hands out the window so I can reach in to get it. So, I put both my hands out the window. One of his hands went around both of my wrists. And he reached in the car and he pulled the Glock from between the seat and the emergency brake, and he put it on top of the car. So when he pulling back out of the car, he go to sniffing real hard. Now mind y'all, that blunt I told y'all I was smoking, I slipped. I was smoking while I had the dope in the car with me or whatever. But like I say, I had got, one of those Sundays, I was just no excuse. Anyway, so he smelt the shit. So I threw it out. I had already threw it out when I noticed that he was on my ass, so he wasn't gonna find it. So he was like, is that marijuana hanging out your pocket? Now the dope I told y'all that I was taking to the dude, I took it and put it in my pocket when I noticed he was fucking with it. But when I brought my hand out my pocket, some of the plastic came out with it. Yeah, but he couldn't see what it was. He just saw plastic. So he was like, is that marijuana hanging out your pocket? And I looked down and saw the shit. I was like, oh,
God damn.
yes. I said, no, it ain't marijuana.
Ain't marijuana here, brother.
It ain't marijuana. So he was like, what is it? I said, I tell you what, dog, I don't want no fight with you. You let me out, I gonna give you everything like that. I just want to run and get this shit off me. I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nowhere to go but a cornfield. I just want to get this goddamn dope off of me.
And then go from there.
And you can take me to jail, but
give me a
I'd rather have that than possession of cocaine. But goddamn, he wasn't buying that shit. It was just like his hand. It was in slow motion. I tell people this and they think I'm lying or crazy, but this is the honest God truth. It was just like a movie. His hand was going in slow motion back in my window, reaching back toward my pocket, and it was just like God froze every fucking thing. I swear to you, he's like he froze everything. And I had my sunroof open because I was smoking. I wanted the smoke to go out. So at this moment, it was just like the sun just shined down on my gear shift and reminded me, oh, you were so nervous. You never put your car in park. I had both my feet on the brake. His hand was reaching in here thinking he was finna get that goddamn dope and the gun. Bitch, all right. I hit that goddamn gas so hard on his ass. He said, what you doing? I said, you better move. He still was holding my hand, dog. I was driving with my knee. And that front wheel drive had an Audi A4. That fuck up ass front wheel drive, I was just spinning in the grass. I can't get that shit out of it. So I'm trying to get my knee to pull the damn wheel in the grass, out the grass in the road so I can get on up the goddamn road. So finally he let my hand go and I snatched that bitch and took off.
God.
And at that moment, it's just like I wasn't even me no more. I was having an out of body experience. I just was doing shit because man, the nigga you talking to now, he ain't smart enough to damn be hauling ass like that, bite the top off the plastic, pull the dope out, then get up the road and drop the bag. My fucking ass would have threw the bag out with the dope in it and it would have still been right there for him to get. It was all God. That's how I know. Like I thought about all that shit. Like I was like, nigga, you did that? And I was okay.
Dog living in the movie.
I swear, bro.
Man, great grace and mercy, bro.
I was like,
it follow you, regardless of who you is.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. You ain't have to do that.
I was done.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad you made out that situation, because boy, you be giving us some laughs. We won't be getting to get out here in these streets.
Man, it don't seem like I give enough, man. People ask me for videos every damn day. They think I don't do nothing but sit in the house and look at TV.
Yeah, like you just watched the 700 pounds.
Yeah, like I just yell at fat people all goddamn day.
Hey, cuz, I see you on there. What's that?
Man, bro, it took me. I can't never catch one, boy. I finally caught one, and boy, I thought I was gonna laugh along.
Your ass don't sit down.
He don't, and that's an issue. I ain't gonna say it's a problem, but he young still. You feel me?
I ain't that young.
Yeah, but your mind is though. Sometimes, like
sometimes.
Bro got an old soul, and bro ain't
an old man.
Yeah, but he got an old soul. You know what I mean? You can tell the way he move, man. Nigga know how to sit down. Right, ain't no sit down in you.
He ain't lying, so.
Ain't no sit down. But you look at it like I got a baby boy at the house. I got you met my other son.
Yeah.
He grown. I got grown kids. So, but I got a baby boy at the house too. And dude don't have no sit down. Like sit down and watch TV. That ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna happen.
But that's a thing of a child. And I'm not saying you a child. I'm just saying you ain't got to that point where you just feel like you got to sit down.
Well, nah, I'm just a person where like
You missing something.
Nah, TV and stuff don't really catch my attention.
Yeah, nah, he like to live in the moment. I catch the TV when I first wake up and when I lay down, but
he think he missing something by watching TV.
I think I'm missing something when I don't watch TV. I'm like, God damn it. And the fucked up part about it, I watch the same thing every day. Every day I watch the same shit.
See, it's some select things I can watch, and even with like you know, even like comedians and stuff. Now, like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't watch a lot of comedians, but bro, I ain't that first cheeseburger video. I said, boy, this.
Oh, that's the one you saw.
Oh my God, this nigga is funny. Rallies, Checkers, whichever one it was, pissed you off.
You know they the same.
Oh yeah, Checkers.
Well, I've been following ever since.
Oh, with the
That
tomato.
one, yeah.
But that shit made me go find your page in real life. I said, I gotta keep up with this nigga.
Yeah, they did. They but Checkers hit me up too. Checkers.
No, sponsorship.
Hell no, motherfucker.
They sorry.
Them bitches didn't give me a coupon.
Oh,
They ain't had
They
no
didn't
hamburger.
give me shit. Checkers hit me
crazy.
up. We are so sorry that you experienced this at one of our restaurants. Give us a call at this number such and such. Man, I called. They told me I'd leave a message and all this and that shit. I'm thinking they're finna give me send me some coupons,
Yeah,
some
some
shit
free
like that.
milkshake.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Javante Lowe say, man, Justin, you be having us crying.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I still want to know what people find so funny about me yelling at the TV.
Yeah, I was fool to ask the first dude.
Yeah, because it's something that everybody do. Maybe that's why they find it funny. Because everybody talk to the TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had it, or if they don't, they know somebody that do.
And my wife be, no, you did.
See,
Baby, they can't hear you.
And that's the thing. That's the funny part about it. Because I'm actually talking to the motherfucker like they can hear me.
Yeah.
That Brian, like that be so crazy.
But it seems like you be watching it first and then talk. Because when you talk, they do something, it seems like they hear you.
Because if I watch it first, it's gonna take all the energy that I have live. I'll say it then, looking at the TV, and then I didn't.
You
record.
Can't double back on it.
Yeah. Like now when I do it, it's like I'm forcing it.
It ain't genuine.
Yeah, thinking too much on this shit.
It ain't my natural reaction. So what I do is just like fuck it. I have to try to remember certain words not to say while I'm doing it. It'll be cool if I can look at it and then get that. If something in there that will make me say something I shouldn't say, let me go ahead and see it first, and then I'll be like, okay, I know when that part comes. I omit certain words in my vernacular, but other than that, no.
That's another thing I want to ask you, Jay. How is that? Cause bro, you so raw. Like
raw.
Yeah, and when I mean raw, I mean it's a double entendre when I say raw, because you raw, but you raw. Like, bro, you don't. It's like you ain't got no filter. Like you just first thing come to your mind, you just.
That's
spit.
the funny part.
Yeah.
No. The funny part is the filter. I am filtered.
Wow.
You want the shit that you don't hear. That's the shit. The shit that I don't say. Yeah. That's when like the people that really know me, that has always known me, and they might read my, what I'm saying, they get a kick out of seeing my growth too. So they might see people be in my comments saying he is so unfiltered. They be like, man, I just be like, y'all don't know the real. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not being fake, but I ain't stupid either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting into this business to fuck myself up. To work hard to get to a certain level and then say the wrong shit.
Offend the wrong people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've noticed it's a lot of people out there that feel the same way I do, and they don't have shit to lose, so let them say it.
In the comments.
Yeah, in the comments or hell, on their own platform.
Straight up.
There's a lot of, rappers that say a lot of shit that I feel. I don't have to say it because they say it. They get on, Boosie get his ass on his live all the time to say some shit I feel. I might not agree with everything he say, but a lot of it I do. So ain't no need of me getting up there picking back off of what this man done said.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You can take it, go ahead.
For sure.
Now I got to look, if I really feel like I want to get some shit off my chest, I got people I can call and talk about shit. Like, I don't need to get on the internet fucking myself up.
The girl also say, honestly, I feel like you give people that in-depth experience that people enjoy along with the comedy.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
So tell me this. I know I done told you this plenty of times, but have you yet heard this anywhere else that you remind me of the New Age Bernie Mac?
Yeah, I don't like that though.
Why not?
because it's like I would be lying if I said that of course, that I wasn't heavily influenced by him. And I can't help for what happens because it's like it's a connection deeper than what I can explain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't say when I'm about to do my thing on stage or make a video, I don't say, okay, let me turn it to Bernie Mac mode, or let me, or just I've never set out to try to do anything that he's done or pick up where he left off, if that makes sense.
No.
It's because a lot of times I be acting like my dad. A lot of motherfuckers don't know my dad. That's that 600-pound like shit. When you hear me yelling at the TV, the shit that I be saying, that's all him.
Okay.
Yeah, everything, the way I say it, the shit that I say, that's all him.
And
Every
see,
bit of it.
When I say remind me of Bernie Mac, I mean in an aspect of a lot of comedy now isn't raw because people.
Well, okay, yeah, I get that part.
Yeah, they starting to care too much about feelings, and it's like, okay, well, the raw comedy aspect is leaving the world now because somebody could tell a joke about somebody and now they're catching a lawsuit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So no, don't get me wrong. I know what you mean by when you say the new age Bernie or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would prefer if they say this new comedian reminds me a lot of Bernie.
Okay.
And I could get with that because hey, I studied the man, you know, and he is my favorite comedian.
Okay.
You know, he is my favorite. It's sometimes I have a toss up between him and Red Fox, but
that's a real original.
But if I like, I really don't know if I had to pick between them two. I think if I just really had to pick, I would go with Bernie because I've studied him a little bit more, and he gave me a little more personal insight in his life, not just me but the world, than Red did. You know, Bernie was able to do his autobiography, and you know, me and his daughter got a great relationship. Shout out to Janice; she might be looking at this.
Okay.
But
shout out to her.
Red, he have biographies. You know, people wrote about him. He don't have an autobiography. Well, it's in his own words. So I don't really have that personal connection with him that I do with Bernie. But Red is just my.
You can't help but love him.
He's so smart and quick and witty and.
The Sanford Show. He's
the godfather of comedy. You know what I'm saying? So
my little brother got all of Red Fox. The Sanford and Son, every DVD.
Oh yeah, I got every last one.
Yeah, my
Sanford
little
and Son
brother
is my favorite TV show of all time.
And my little brother watch that to this day. He'll still pop in the doggone Red Fox on the Sanford Show. Sanford and Son. Every episode and watch it like it ain't never coming on.
That's one of the TV shows I told you I watch every day. That and the Griffith, Living Single.
Oh yeah, and the Griffith, yeah.
Williams Brother, the first 2 seasons, maybe the third.
My wife, that's when she watched the same old show.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Hey, somebody, I ain't gonna lie, we got a lot of comments, but this one right here stood out in particular. Ziza Pooh Harris said Justin talk shit to me so I can unbig my back.
So you can unbig your back.
Yeah, she wants you to talk to her like you talk to them people on.
Help her lose weight.
Oh man, I wouldn't know what to say to her. I would have to catch her doing some shit she ain't got no business doing as a big
like
back.
ordering 4 cheese, four Big Macs.
If you a big back, you ain't got no business eating Big Macs. You take that one.
But dog a rapper too.
Man, for sure. Mixtape coming soon.
It's shit that you just don't have no business doing. And that's what I be yelling at on TV. I don't want people to think I have anything against fat people. My family's fat. I love fat people. I sneak me a fat.
I heard fat girl got that water.
Oh boy.
He talking about boy.
That's another episode.
Yeah. That's down and dirty with Jay.
Yeah, but bro, say your camera say something. Okay, they say something. Stop in the middle.
Oh shit.
But while he doing that, Jay, they got another one. They want to know, man. how you feel about I guess somebody trying to do what you do. They say it's a dude that somebody on Instagram or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we ain't gonna give him no airplay, but the people on
Yeah,
here come,
name drop.
they want to know how you feel about, you know, in the imitation aspect of it.
all right, to be honest, it was fine until he tried to say he ain't never seen my videos before. And I'm like, all right, nigga, who the fuck videos have you seen? You know, who else?
Just like I'm doing.
Who else crop out everything but the television and yell at 600-pound life?
Yeah.
Nobody did
Before
that.
you, I ain't never seen it.
You know, it's some other comedians that's you know, bigger than me that been trying to bite my style. I ain't gonna call no name, but
I see you.
yeah, you know, they did the exact TV show I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, the same as that episode.
Same as that episode, and was yelling at the TV. Oh, bitch! Oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, am I tripping?
Nigga, this my shit.
Yeah. And this motherfucker got 4-5 million followers, man.
So Jay, is that thing serious? 'Cause I be hearing a lot of comedians saying like, man, niggas stole my set, niggas stole my joke. So that really be going down.
Oh yeah. You got hell yeah. You got comedians that won't even do their joke around certain comedians.
Yeah.
Oh boy, they'll walk in a room and see certain comedians in there and just walk the fuck back out. Because you got that, oh yeah, they'll do it. They'll get your ass. And argue you up and down that they didn't do it. And then you got some who are bigger than you, they'll steal your shit and then run and try to record it on TV for a nice deal.
Yeah.
And you got some that will send writers as a very big comedian. I'm not gonna call his name. A very, very big comedian. He would send his writers into the open mic spots here in Atlanta and the comedy clubs in Atlanta to write down the comedian's joke and bring them back to him.
And he'll do them.
He'll do it. Yeah.
It's almost worse than church when people be stealing the pastor's sermon.
They will. It's people in the game. Comedy is one of the easiest game to blow up in, but it's not at the same time because you can blow up in comedy on accident. It's a lot of people blow up in comedy on accident, like, or not even on accident. They blow up and they don't have the art of stand up down pat, and they, you know,
Yeah, I heard stand up is like way different.
it's very different than doing videos and putting them on the internet and getting shares and views and likes and follows and shit, and then you automatically become a sensation on the internet. But then when you have to do it on the stage, you don't know how to do it. You don't have no time. You know, it's different, and a lot of comedians that blow up from the internet, they don't do it. That's why, you know, in the beginning, I would have loved to have blown up as soon as I started doing some shit, but now I'm thankful that my journey is slow and that it's just now starting to take off because I learned how to do stand-up before. And it's a lot of the people who are like me that blows up on the internet that can't do stand-up. And they go to these comedy clubs and they don't have the time, and then it's an issue. So...
One thing about it now, you good with that stand up, bro. I watch you control the crowd. Like with the first time Nell brought you to the city, man. You had an unruly little fella was drunk, man. Old man was drunk, man. He walking up there handing you liquor and all kind of carrying on.
Yeah, man. I
But
kept
you handle it
wondering,
with
what
grace.
kind of man y'all got here trying to get me drunk?
Yeah, man, that ain't going
What's
on
wrong
with
with this
you.
man?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in Tampa May 7th. Y'all need to pull up.
Oh yeah, say what? But when my wife's birthday on the 5th, so we got that.
Y'all might be gone.
Yeah.
Sunday. That's that Sunday.
Yeah.
You gonna be in Tampa?
Yep.
Wife might want to do that.
See, y'all gotta catch me in a real comedy club.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta catch me in a real comedy club.
I'm there. I call it.
In a real comedy club because it's just different. The atmosphere is different. My energy is different, and you will see what these other people be seeing.
Yeah, because I actually tried to catch your comedy special up here in the A.
And I hated every bit of it.
I know it. I
It
couldn't catch you for shit.
It started off with the guy who we paid to do the sound. He didn't tell us he was gonna be busy and couldn't make sound check. So when he pulled up with that bullshit he had, you know, it was already too late. He didn't come to the show. It was about to start, and I didn't know nobody else to wait on nobody else to come and bring their shit to hook up, so I had to
Now
use
you
that
stuck with
bullshit.
it.
So that was one thing, and it just from then on, cause I'm big on energy. I'm a person that I go off energy. If my energy is high, I'm gonna succeed. If my energy is low, I'm just.
Yes,
And I watched you say, hey man, listen, this ain't it, and I ain't finna do nothing. Now, if y'all just wanna talk, we can talk, and we can talk back and forth, but I'm not finna waste no material, and this ain't what it is. I watch you do
I
it.
say that shit quick.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, for what? It's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no comedians. I don't go in places where they just got an open mic and they forcing comedy. You know, you got a crowd like a bar, grill, or some shit, like a lounge. A lot of people like to have comedians come in and have a comedy night, but the people who come and patronize the establishment, they don't come for comedy. They used to come here to eat hot wings, look at the game. Like somewhere right now, it's an establishment trying to force comedy on people, and the playoffs are going on. Nobody go to the bar to listen to comedy when the playoffs on.
Right.
And you bet now you telling some shit you don't work hard on, and another motherfucker wish you would shut the hell up so he can look at the game.
Licking his finger.
And I ain't gonna lie,
Exactly.
I want to pick back up on because you know, you said, you know, he'll tell the crowd quick, like, I ain't finna waste my material. So, like, how you come up with like your freestyle jokes and stuff, like, you still give a great show even when you ain't doing your
It's just
material.
energy. It just come off of energy. And then the people that do be there that come for the show, they be cool too. You know, you've seen a few people, just like what we did the last one. That girl that got me drunk, then went the fuck on somewhere else. You know, it's stuff like that. You know, it's
She might
people
be
like
watching
that.
right now.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna tell me that because I got some choice words for her.
Well, it's one on here now, Jay. Candy asked to say, Justin is fine.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, and I'm finna go. And she said, I'm gonna go now. See what she trying to do, you like that girl with the drinks.
Right.
Get y'all hyped up and then leave.
Motherfucker had brought me all kind of do say a hand or whatever.
Oh, yeah, she was pulling you up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, but since I don't know you, these few years, you been big on you ain't drinking. Cause I done tried to get you at the bar, like, hey, bro.
Oh, I got my limit. I'm one of them people, bro. It's gonna be. I'm stuck in my way, and I think that's why a lot of my relationships don't work out.
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't
Cause
be
you,
willing to change.
you
I had one. Now one had me. Yeah.
Shit, you King Honey Pack though.
Yeah, but I'm out here now. They got another one. I'll show it to you on
Speaking of another one, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I tried that Honey Pack shit, bro. I almost died, bro. It felt like my head was finna explode, all that. Like my
What
head
kind
was
you had?
throbbing. I don't know, it was just gold with a little honeycomb shit on it. I got it from the hood corner store.
Yeah, and I got one out there in the truck that it tell you no headache on the bottle.
They be lying like hell.
Oh well, I ain't had that.
That's him. So we also want to know, Justin, have you ever experienced stage fright? Cause you remember the show,
Before every show.
but do you remember that show you came to and
Yeah, Buddy threw up.
but and left?
Oh yeah, no, I don't get that. I don't get that.
Dude,
Yeah,
threw
yeah,
up
I knew
and
all
left.
that.
Yeah, I don't get that bad.
I was in a bad predicament.
I get it because I'm naturally shy, so that's gonna play into anything. And anytime I'm about to have attention on me, I get real timid, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to back out, but if something come up to keep me from doing it, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Cause I don't like a lot of attention. Like I don't.
I got you.
So how you shake that? Cause I mean, you know, in our shows, I can't never tell. Cause you be like, man, come on, bro, let's do it.
But
you be
yeah,
real.
and I'm gonna tell you. I'm finna tell you why. Because I've gotten myself to the point where I need to go and do. Well, all right, I'm cool. I'm ready now. And, and it don't take much to get me out of that. But once I start, I'm in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know, because I have a little shit that I do. Like, of course, I smoke my weed, but an hour before I'm supposed to get on, because it brings me to a certain level. And I drink. You know, I drink my drink. I don't drink too much because it kind of, you know, ease the nerves or whatever, and it put me where I want to be. And I make sure my energy on point because I either have some shit like a Red Bull or a 5-hour energy or some shit like that. But other than that, that's it. You know, I say my prayer and I take my deep breaths, and that's about it. Ain't no other, because you got to do it, especially if you got a motherfucking money. So.
Okay. Oh, we got a long comment. Somebody got a mean question. how is growing up from where you came from to now knowing Uncle Steve and Cedric Entertainer and Mike Epps? They might have missed a couple words. I guess they're saying like, how is it coming from where you grew up from to now knowing, you know what I'm saying, the people that you know.
Oh, now I don't know Steve and Mike them.
I ain't lie. I'd like to see you and Steve Harvey on Family Feud. That'd be so funny.
Really?
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool. I do know, people, but I don't know them. I met Mike, got an autograph in my book or whatever, but I don't know them personally. I haven't got to know them.
You're a real nigga, dog, Jay. Because anybody else would have just let that fly.
No, so they would have been popping so bad. They would have been popping.
I mean, well, shit, I can call Puff. That's enough.
Yeah,
shit. I know some people.
Straight up.
I just don't know them.
Yeah. Pop and collar, little piece on that.
I know some people.
Straight up.
I knew people with blue checks before you could buy one. But
straight up.
Yeah, I seen you on, with Puff and stuff, and I see. Are you like a brand ambassador for Sean John?
No, that's something that I'm hoping, but
Okay.
it was just one of them genuine relationships where he was just like, okay, you fuck with me, I fuck with you.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah, that's what that was.
So you feel like Puff a real genuine dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
He's very misunderstood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
he ain't shit to play with.
Oh yeah, I can get that.
I appreciate the tequila he be putting out. He been having me going for a while now.
So also the same dude that commented said, kind of piggyback, as a segue, he said this to, like, man, I can also say when you came to Tally, you talked to me like a regular individual, like you wasn't even famous, and I salute you, brother, for never changing and never allowing fame to change you. 850 love you, homie.
Oh, I appreciate it. We all regular people, man. We just got different jobs. Mine just so happen to be on the internet, on stage.
Man, but you gotta know though, man, your jokes really get people through some of their darkest days. To bring
I believe it, because I told you, I never wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be a lawyer growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer.
Well, shit, brother, I could use you that way too.
I see. I wanted to be a lawyer.
I see.
But it was, I don't know. It just got to a point where I didn't want to go to school no more. And you got to go to school for at least 8 extra years to be a lawyer.
Law school.
Yeah, and I was on some shit like I just didn't want to do it no more. I didn't feel it, but I've been in love with comedy my whole life. Mm-hmm. Like my whole life. If you know me since I was a kid, you would have thought that I wanted to be a comedian. Like I used to study Eddie Murphy so much growing up. I had a dream he shot me.
Oh man!
I swear to God. Yeah, I've been in love with comedy my entire life, and it was just always something that I used for medicine growing up. With my discrepancies and shit that I had growing up, comedy just saved me. It was medicine. It relieved me. It took me, even though it might have just been for an hour, it took me away from the shit that was bothering me. So that's,
in every episode, Jay, I always just, try to find a silver lining in the sky, man, and talk serious for a second. You know what I mean? And bro, just listening at you, man, it's the conversation, it's confirmation for me and Nep, because we were talking earlier. I was talking to one of my other homeboys, man, about how when you find your mastery, when you find what you're good at, sometimes it may take a minute.
Oh yeah.
But when you find that, it's almost like I was talking to one of my cousins. He a chef. He been working for the county for forever. Mm-hmm. He quit the county job and he in Miami. He one of the sous chefs down there at the movie theater. But he like, cuz man, bro, when I go to work now, man, I don't even be tripping. Like I used to hate going in, but now I love what I do. Yeah. And I get that kind of vibe from you that you was like, man, I ain't never want to do this. But then when you start doing it, you found like this really what you supposed to be doing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Because it's like, I still have a lot going on. Like I still battle with a lot. You know what I'm saying? But
your escape, right?
That moment I get my ass on that stage or I turn that phone on live, none of that shit even exists no more. Because I turn into a different person. Because the person that you're talking to now, it might sound crazy. Cliche or whatever, but the person y'all sitting here talking to now is not the same person that be on stage.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
That person that be on stage, he's somewhere now trying to figure out like, okay, my next show I cannot do what I did the last show. Cause last night I had a fucked up show. I offended a table full of the community and they booed me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna have that sometimes.
Yeah, but it's just, you know, I can see if I had the boo didn't bother me because I didn't have a bad set. They didn't like that joke. I had a joke about Jeffrey Dahmer, and if you know about the situation and the community, it don't go well.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, it's I knew the difference between a bad joke and a bad set. So like I say, that part don't bother me. But
it's how it was, how it played out.
Yeah, but to get back to what I was saying, it's like the person that you're talking to now, he don't do stand up, and he's a fan of it. This person is happy to be connected to the person who does stand up because this person is lazy and don't want to go to work and don't know where he would be if it
wasn't for company.
Yo, boy.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel when, like, you know, you have people that approach you, like, you know, they love what you're doing, or, you know, you might fix their bad day and stuff. Like, how that make you feel?
In the beginning, it was weird because I didn't understand, like, how the fuck could what I do make you feel better? And then, you know, I had people to break it down to me, like, bruh, same way you look at the shit you look at on TV or what you go to on your phone to make you feel better. That's just what they use. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I see it differently now. I had to get used to people wanting to take pictures. I had to get used to people saying the things they say to me about, like I had people telling me about, I brought them out of depression and suicide and shit like that. And I'm like, are you serious? But then I battled depression. I contemplated suicide and Sanford and Son, Bernie Mac. And, you know,
got your mind off.
Got me off of that.
You
know?
just sat here and told me. You said, man, when I get on that stage, I go to a different place to get me away from all that stuff.
Medicine. And
I was telling another homeboy of mine. I was saying, man, listen, you got to be able to, if you can understand somebody, they won't upset you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people do stuff that just piss you up, but if you understand them, I almost expect you to do that.
Right.
So what I'm really saying is, once you understand your situation and you understand what takes you out of that situation, I try to spend more time over here,
right?
Because this doesn't make me feel good,
right?
I don't like this feeling that this does,
right?
And you gotta find that happy medium in between too, because you can't live over there.
No,
you get what I'm saying? Because reality still has to be. You still gotta face it. But this gives me a segue to where I can a bridge over troubled waters, for lack of better word.
A small escape.
Yeah,
like a couple of days off from the job.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A vacation. You still gotta come back home.
Exactly.
That's all it is. But it's fun.
Exactly.
And rewarding.
Most definitely. Well, you know, y'all, tonight we in a different city, so the circumstances are different. So we got to get ready to wrap it up. So anything you want to close them out with, fam?
Thank you.
What you got coming up? What you got?
Your shows. Drop your shows. All the cities, like what dog on tour?
Not to brag, but I can't remember all of them.
Okay. Booked and busy.
It's on my page. Y'all can find me.
Check it.
I'm tagged in this, but you can find me on Instagram, comedian Justin Whitehead, Facebook Justin R Whitehead, and you can catch me in a city near you. And for those of you who've seen me on stage, thank you for buying your ticket. For those of you who are going to see me on stage, thank you for potentially purchasing the ticket. And
May 7th, man, Raw Tabletop pulling up to the show.
I have to tell y'all, man, this one of the most humble little guys I done met, man. I stayed back for the first time he came to the city, and we had a real chance to sit down and talk. The last time he came in, and I admire the person you are, man. You keep doing it, keep walking in your purpose, because outside of people look at you and look at the words you use and think that, well, man, he can't know God. But sanctification, sanctification doesn't come out. The pastor talked about it last night. Sanctification don't come from what you do or what you wear. It's because of what he did for you, and what he gave you. And he's implanted something in you, bro, that you're using. And I wish that everybody could tap into that person that God created you to be. Life would be so much better if you stop acting like you were telling us about the selling, the
Yeah,
trying to hustle. Hey, it was too hard because that wasn't you.
Right. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. So I admire you, and I hope somebody looking at home, bro. You don't have to be a dope boy. You don't have to be a gangster. You don't have to be a smacker, bro. You can find your mastery, man, and be living your life, man. So shout out to Jay, man. Raw Table Talk, man.
And I try to do something different every time I crank up the show. So tonight I just want to leave you with an affirmation. You know what I'm saying, from a friend to a friend, because I ain't gonna lie, now I look at you as a brother, because you done, what I'm saying, talk me off my legs. You know what I'm saying? You done talk me off the legs a couple times. But from a podcaster to comedian, bro, I just want to say, bro, know your value. You know what I'm saying? You humble, and I love your humbleness, but bro, pop your shit, my nigga. You gonna be one of the greatest, cause you already are. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no real raw comedy like that in a long time, and I grew up with like mamas and grandparents for real. You know what I'm saying? And bro, my grandma, both of them, all I love you. Like,
somebody on here call us all 3 of her grandsons.
Yeah, that's probably grandma on here talking. You know what I'm saying? She I'm waiting on Friday. I'm watching on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Granny.
Man, bro, pop it. You feel me? Like,
maybe one day.
Annie Barnes.
That's Granny.
Hey, Granny.
One day.
Granny said shout out to all her grandsons. But hey, man, like I say, man, we got to get out of here. It's been fun. Been real, and it's been real fun, but we gotta run.
We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit.
He'd only get us out there
I'm trying to
motherfuckers.
take it.
Trying to hit on them.
Yeah,